Okay, let's just push. We gotta push it this way. Ready? Push. Okay.
Wait. All right, it's starting to get the weight.
Okay. Okay. When we went to pick this flip-flop cake up, we did like 10 people. It was one of the heaviest cakes that ever left Carlo's Bakery's back door.
Down.
Okay, it's in. The thing, we gotta put this in the back of our van and drive it out to Myrtle Beach. I don't know who's gonna take this cake out of this van in Myrtle Beach. It's like 2,000 pounds. That's a ton of cake. Hi, how you doing? I'm Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
JT Schmidt.
Pleasure. How you doing, guys? How's everything going?
Good. We heard about your cakes. We need a cake for a big thing, and we figured you're the guy. And
Awesome.
We run a beach club on the Jersey Shore, and it's our 10th anniversary, and we're
That's
a little.
why you guys look nice and tan.
nice and
See
tan.
that?
Well, yeah, that,
you know, we'd like to have some kind of a beach theme type thing with bathing suits, surfboards,
sand, surf, that kind of thing.
You know, maybe beach. And maybe, you know, big cake with sand and then like water coming up, almost looking like waves coming on the beach. Maybe like a lifeguard stand, maybe some
That'd be good.
surfboards.
That'd be a couple of umbrellas here and there.
Umbrellas here and there. That's how we like it. Don't worry about it, guys. I'll make you a beautiful cake.
Okay, buddy.
It was a pleasure meeting with you. We got to get started on this beach club cake. This beach club cake is a great cake for me to get my whole team involved in because there's so many different little elements and we could all make little pieces and then put them together on one cake. And it's great when you do that because you got other people's ideas and other people's imaginations and you can't go wrong. So I got Sunshine doing beach balls. I got Tone doing a tiki hut. I got Daniela and Tony and Christine making modeling chocolate figures. Me, Mauro, and Remy are filling and icing a cake. We used a vanilla cake and we used a chocolate buttercream. As I filled the cake, I cut some round cakes, thin layers. I made like little dunes and bumps, kinda, so it didn't look like a flat beach. It had to look like a little duny and kinda like the way a beach does. See, Mauro, it's lumpy now. Now you capiche. Let's start dirty icing this thing. The sand is actually just brown sugar, which is pretty simple. Brown sugar really looks like sand. Life's a beach. The water for the beach club cake is actually piping gel,
We'll use the blue and the green.
which we color, and then we kind of just put it on with a knife on top of buttercream. How many more you got? All right, the rocks look good. What else do we got done? The challenging part of this beach club cake is just the size of it. I mean, it's a big, big cake. It's gonna be tough seeing strategically where you're gonna place all the people, because you don't wanna make the beach look like so crowded, and you don't want it to look empty. It's gotta look just right. We had a girl in a bikini who was really cute, but she looked like she had a little bit of work done. We had some kids that looked adorable. Chubby guy laying down with a little bit of hair and the sunburn was hilarious. I think it really made the cake.
Toto, you got that tiki bar?
I think my staff really nailed all the figures and elements for this beach club cake. I think that everybody worked hard, everybody pushed, and we got the job done, and I'm happy with the end results. It looked great.
Beautiful.
All right, I think it looks cool. I think it looks like a beach.
You did a good job, chef.
some in a beach.
Watch your back. So we drive 30 miles south. We get to the beach club. The cake is intact. It's not sweating, and we didn't hit no traffic. So far, so good.
Wow.
That's the wow factor we were looking for. You got it? Wow. This is incredible. You got the girls in the bathing suit. Congratulations. Do you like it?
The cake was amazing.
He nailed the bikini models, he nailed the shells, he nailed the lifeguards. You know, just what we asked for, and he got it perfect. It's right there.
So realistic.
And it's gonna taste better than it looks. So you got a good part.
are coming.
You know, getting receptions like that, it's the payoff. It's the money shot. It's what we strive for.
Congratulations on your 10 years and hopefully another 100 years.
Thanks very much.
Enjoy. Good luck with the season.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
I wanted to go hang out there. I wanted to have a frozen margarita on the beach and chill out. But I was like, we gotta get back to work. Hi, how you doing?
Hey.
I'm Buddy.
Hey, buddy. I'm Amy Lee with the Myrtle Beach Area Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Nice to meet you. How are
Nice
you?
to meet you.
Amy traveled up to New Jersey from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because they're having a huge event and they need a big cake.
We are getting ready to open a new boardwalk. So I'm coming here with a big challenge for you.
After 50 years, Myrtle Beach redid their boardwalk and they want to kick it off with a huge cake to start the summer off.
It's a mile-long boardwalk project.
Hello, cool.
We need to kick this project off in a grand kind of way.
What do you have in mind for the cake?
Well, a flip-flop.
Flip-flop cake? It didn't kind of like make sense to me.
How much more indicative of the beach than a flip-flop?
This event is gonna be huge. They gotta feed like 2,000 people, and she wants a flip-flop? I mean, a flip-flop's pretty easy. It's not that, you know, a flip-flop. I want something a little bit more. I thought, you know, buildings,
Well, let's go for the wow factor in the size. What's the largest that you think that you could build?
3 feet, 4 feet.
Even bigger.
I mean, how about like maybe 5 foot?
15.
8?
12.
Oh, what is this? Let's make a deal? 10. 10 by 3. This is the biggest I can go.
10 by 3.5.
10 by 3.5, done. So finally, we decided on a 10-foot flip-flop cake because we have to deliver this cake to South Carolina, and 10 foot's the biggest it'll fit in my van.
Well, I'll tell you what I'd like to do is bring the mayor of Myrtle Beach back up with me to take a peek at the unveiling before, of course, you get to Myrtle Beach.
Wow.
How does that sound?
I would love that. I mean, Amy's gonna actually bring the mayor of Myrtle Beach to Hoboken to see this cake off. I gotta make this cake big. It's gotta be awesome. This flip-flop cake is gonna be so big, we're gonna use like 200 sheets of sponge. We're gonna cut them out in the shape of a sandal and cover the sole with colorful squares. We'll add a giant thong made out of modeling chocolate. This thing is gonna be huge. It's gonna be like King Kong's friggin' flip-flop. First things first, I gotta draw out a template because I need something to, you know, go on so I can cut the cake.
It's getting there. Yeah, you gotta come in more like over here.
Let me tell you, it's hard to draw out a 10-foot flip-flop template because, you know, you gotta put the curves in the right place, so we had to do it like 3-4 times to get it right. Finally, we get it right. We have Joey cut out the cardboard.
Cut it out and you can always fine-tune it. Yep.
We know we had our work cut out for us on this cake, so we had Joey make the sponge right away. So we do this special effect, whether we marble the fondant, whether we put lines in it so it looks like zebra, or we cut it and it looks like the tie-dye. So I wanted to use those 3 effects on the sole of this flip-flop cake. So I get my team to start rolling out these squares and cutting them 10 by 10 so they're on a rack, ready to go, and I can just lay them on top and mix up the pattern. So Joey stayed up late last night to finish baking the sponge for this flip-flop cake. That means we can get back to stacking and filling this beast. And we're filling it with chocolate fudge. Let's try to get this as even as possible. We're gonna have to trim the top. You got some big divots on those ends, Frankie. Only one problem with this flip-flop cake. Friggin' ginormous. This flip-flop's gotta weigh like, you know, close to like 2,000 pounds. That's a lot of cake. Come here. This gotta be the heaviest cake we ever made at this bakery. All right, let's do this. After we're done filling and layering this cake, what we gotta do is carve it into the shape of a flip-flop.
Wow. No way.
No way, man.
And we do that by putting a cardboard template on top and carving it around.
You're supposed to be straight there, buddy, or no?
Yeah, right here. This is
Right
supposed
there,
to
yeah?
straight.
Go, go, go. Right there, that's it.
Okay, good. I think we got it. Okay, let's dirty ice this. Come on, let's get this going. You know, This is a great cake, this flip-flop cake, to kick off the summer. When you think of summer, who doesn't think of a flip-flop? The only thing is I don't like the tongue in between my toes. I like just the sandal. That's gotta go there. Yep, that goes right there. Just make the mark. Just cut it out. Me, Joey, and Moro put together the PVC structure for the tongue, okay, which is very, very tricky, very tricky.
This has to go like this. A little more. That's it, that's it. Now you're level.
All right, guys, I think it's in, it's good. You know, sometimes when we make these cakes, you know, it's hard. It takes so much out of you. I mean, it's late, we're tired, we're cranky. Believe me, I don't want to push my guys this hard. I mean, it's after midnight, but the mayor of Myrtle Beach is driving up from South Carolina to see this cake. Come on, guys, we really gotta get finished. The client's gonna be here soon. We really gotta step it up. Come on, boys, please.
These cakes are getting heavier and heavier, and we're getting old and old.
We get together, we get one more boost of energy. We lay the top of the tiles on top for the sole. I think it's good. We cover the tongue in brown modeling chocolate. We stitched around the tongue, you know, we stitched around the sole. It really looked authentic.
Are you excited?
Yeah,
Joey puts the finishing ribbon on it. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
That's
how
great.
you doing?
Hey, buddy. Nice
How are you?
to see you.
Good to see you.
This is the
You
mayor
must
of
be the
Myrtle
mayor.
Beach.
How
Yes,
you
sir.
doing?
Right.
Nice
I'm
to
John
meet
Rich.
you,
Nice
buddy.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you. So, what do you think?
That's
Oh my
something.
gosh. You have exceeded our expectations. We wanted a big flip-flop cake and you delivered.
Well,
Clearly.
that's just what the doctor ordered.
The flip-flop cake got done just in the nick of time because Amy and the mayor walk in, they check it out, and they love it. Well, I'm so happy that you guys have a boardwalk and a mile. That's no shabby boardwalk.
No, it's not.
know?
It's taken a long time in the making, and this is going to top it off.
We can't wait to bring it there. Don't worry about it. Danny's gonna get it there.
Danny?
No problem.
Let me tell you something. Mayor Rhodes, what a gentleman, what a great guy. He loved the cake. He's so proud of his city, and so are we, you know? I mean, who doesn't like Myrtle Beach? Okay, let's just push. We gotta push it this way. Ready? Push. Okay.
Wait. All right, it's starting to get the weight.
Okay. Okay. When we went to pick this flip-flop cake up, we did like 10 people. It was one of the heaviest cakes that ever left Carlo's Bakery's back door. Stand up. Down, 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 down. Okay, it's in. The thing, we gotta put this in the back of our van and drive it out to Myrtle Beach. I don't know who's gonna take this cake out of this van in Myrtle Beach. It's like 2,000 pounds. That's a ton of cake. So finally, it's like 2:30 in the morning, and we get this giant flip-flop cake in this van.
Said,
Hasta la vista, flip-flop. Welcome, guys. Please have a seat. So what can I do for you?
We have an engagement party coming up, so we're looking to get a cake made for that.
Awesome. Congratulations. What are you thinking for the cake?
Well, we got engaged on the beach, so that would be wonderful if you could do a beach-themed cake.
And we're getting married on a farm in Massachusetts.
So if I can take like that country aspect and maybe put it into a beach cake, I could kind of combine the two. So it feels like a little country-esque, but it feels beachy. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna combine beach and farm, but I kind of like the challenge of it. I'll figure something out.
That sounds fantastic.
Yes,
You like that?
I like it a lot.
Don't worry about it, guys. Trust me, I'll make a great cake. It was a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Thank you, guys. Here, let me walk you out. So even though I don't know what I'm gonna do for this cake yet, I know I'm gonna need some seashells. What we do is press fondant into a mold. And then we gotta let it dry for a little bit. And once they're hard, we're gonna paint them up and make them look realistic. For For this beach engagement cake, we're doing 4 tiers. And the idea is to make it kind of country beachy. So the bottom tier is gonna be like a box crate thing, and it's gonna be all weathered like driftwood. The way we do that is to first scratch the fondant all up with a scratching tool. Then we go over it with some gray food coloring to really bring out the texture.
And then it looks like driftwood. Beachy driftwood.
For the main colors of this cake, I'm using seafoam green with coral accents. I think that kind of walks the line between country and beach. Put Mr. and Mrs. on it.
Sure.
We do like a mason jar on top because, you know, it kind of feels like front porch or picnic in the dunes. We'll say about right there.
Sure.
For the sand, we scatter brown sugar, which I'm telling you looks just like the real thing. And for the final touch, we paint our fondant shells with petal dust. This is the front, right there. Good. Ta-da! All in all, I'm so pleased with the way this cake came out. I think Andrew and Michelle are gonna love it. I love the color combos, the black with the mint and the coral. Like, I think that color combo goes really nice together. All right, guys. Come on in, come check it out.
Wow.
Looks great.
You like it?
Yes.
Love it.
Love the mason jar.
I think it says beach, but it also says country.
Yes. Really like the colors.
Like the seashells.
The sand looks real.
It is. No, I'm kidding. It's sugar. It's brown sugar. But it tastes like sand.
We got engaged on the beach and we were getting married on a farm, and he included both of those elements in the cake, which was amazing. I never thought those two things could be put together and look okay on a cake.
But he really pulled through on this. It's really gonna set the tone for our engagement party tonight.
Listen, we couldn't be happier for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Buddy, we asked you here today because we're getting ready to kick off the season. We're wondering if you could come back and bake us a wonderful cake to go along with Matt's sandcastle he's gonna be building us.
Maybe you can create a sandcastle.
Listen, man,
cake.
if you're doing a sandcastle, it scares me a little, because I know your work. Matt's gonna make a real sandcastle, and I gotta say, I'm a little intimidated. I've seen some of Matt's work. His sandcastles are incredible. You know, I don't want to be outshined by this block of sand. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna challenge you. You're gonna have spires to the sky, you're gonna have arches.
I gotta step up my sandcastle skills.
Come on, let's get it going. Let's get it on.
Even if Matt's castle looks better than mine, mine's gonna taste better than his. To help kick off the summer season in Asbury Park, it would be an honor. Just don't make the, listen, not too good.
Can't wait to see it.
Go easy on it.
How do you do that? How do you get sand to do that? The nice thing is that a sandcastle is essentially just a tiered cake. All these shapes, if you break it down, it's a lot of squares and rounds.
Well, I've been thinking about this sandcastle thing.
Now we're in real trouble.
I believe that I can carve brown sugar like he does sand.
And it's gonna stay up and travel in a truck.
Why do you gotta be negative?
Why don't we take a pile of brown sugar, put it in the back of the truck, and just drive it down to Asbury Park?
We find
I don't know what happened.
It fell on the way.
Okay, so Joe's got a point. Carved brown sugar is just not gonna be strong enough. So we're gonna use graham cracker crumbs to give the cake a nice sandy texture, baby.
You're gonna need a dentist after you eat this cake.
What's this stuff made out of?
Salt, water, and taffy. Why do you think they call it that?
Don't even ask. And cotton candy?
Nothing says boardwalk like cotton candy and saltwater taffy.
You see a bunch of kids running around on the beach in Asbury? They ate the cake.
So I tell Joey to come up with a filling incorporating both of them.
Right now, I'm all about the sandcastle, all right?
So we're stacking vanilla sponge with the chewy, gooey taffy filling. It's gonna make this cake taste like a summer day at the Jersey Shore. 18, 12, 6, so 3 on top of yours.
Oh, okay, all right. Now I understand. Like a castle.
Like a castle. For the sandcastle cake, we're gonna set the cake up on a wooden base and then build the cake on top of that. We used buttercream to make the graham cracker crumbs stick, and it's really starting to look like sand. Mar, do you want to start to try to indent it like bricks? Using the textured mat, we press a stony pattern into the side to make it look like a castle wall.
Oh, it looks nice.
That's nice.
It looks good.
All right, good. Let's cover the rest with the graham crackers.
Okay, let Joey have it.
Let go.
Making this cake is like being kids at the beach again. What do you think?
Definitely works.
The thing that makes this sandcastle different than a big pile of sand is all the details. So I get all my decorators making some architectural things, some turrets, some towers, so that it really will enhance this castle. I'm gonna go in a little bit there. Maura's using a stamp to press in some windows. We're really giving it an authentic feel. That's it, done. All right, what do you think?
It's like a sandcastle.
The turrets, the towers. I mean, this cake really looked like a beautiful sandcastle. I definitely love the texture, and the graham cracker looks awesome for the sand. It really does. It looks good.
Right? Reminds you of the beach?
It'd be a big sandcastle to make on the beach.
That'd be a really big sandcastle. Honestly, the cake turned out great. I just don't know if this thing is gonna look as good as Matt's castle.
Let's put this baby away.
Yeah, before the tide comes in.
I think this thing is looking pretty cool, and I'm getting a little anxious to see what he's going to bring to the table, so to speak. I know one thing for sure, his is going to taste a heck of a lot better than mine. Oh, my goodness, look at this. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, how you doing?
Good job here. Thank you.
Mayor?
You're a man of
Holy
your word.
moly. I told
Thank
you.
you.
I told you. Let me see what you did
What do
here.
you think here?
You know what? I gotta feel the sand. It's like buttercream. It's like buttercream. We put this cake next to Matt's sandcastle, and I gotta say, they both looked awesome. Listen, you do the most amazing sandcastles I've ever seen. I've seen some wild stuff that you do. I was a little intimidated making the cake.
Yeah, out of town. Look at this thing.
Instead of sand, we use graham cracker crumbs. So.
Really? Is that what's out there?
That's what it is.
Nice. I was stunned at the size of this thing and how he created the effect of actual sand on there.
Matt is a true artist who I have a ton of respect for, but at the end of the day, Matt, I'm sorry. You can't feed him sand. We're gonna feed him cake, baby. Who wants to eat some cake? So, what can I do for you?
Since we're brand new, thought we'd celebrate with a grand opening kind of surf competition.
I like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be right out front here on the public beach. It's gonna be like family friendly, just wanna have like a good time. The competition's basically gonna be based off of how many waves you can catch and like the most creative wave. So it's just gonna be fun.
What are you thinking for the cake?
So obviously I want it like surf themed.
Yeah, it's gotta feel surfy, right?
Yeah, I want it to be like big and fun. I was actually thinking about using my logo here.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
Cute little dog with the sunglasses. Somewhere on the cake, that'd be awesome.
Gonna deliver it to the beach?
Yeah, the competition will be outside, so like right on the beach would be great. Can you guys do that?
Delivering a cake on a beach is not exactly a piece of cake. I mean, carrying a heavy cake through the sand, you can't wheel it. And not only that, if the winds she's blowing, this cake is gonna get sandblasted. Nice to meet you.
Much. It was so nice
Take
to
care.
meet
I'm
you.
gonna take this just for inspiration.
Okay, perfect.
What about maybe like a wave coming out and it's lucky dog? Maybe the lucky dog is surfing on the wave. You like that, Ralphie?
That's perfect.
So for the filling of the surf cake, we added passion fruit puree to the buttercream because that's pretty tropical.
When I think of passion fruit, I think of surfing.
And to really take it up another level, we sprinkled in some toasted coconut.
Hey, Frankie.
Yes.
What did the ocean say to the shore?
See you later?
No, nothing. It just gave a little wave.
Oh, you funny, Ralph.
So we're gonna make this cake in the shape of a wave. So we're gonna have to actually step the cake up, kind of like a staircase, so that we can get that swoop over the top.
And we just put that right there. And now it's one of those ocean things.
gonna cover it up with blue buttercream so it looks like the real deal.
It's funny how that's the only place it landed. Got splashed by a wave.
The only thing we gotta do on the surf cake is put on the final details. Do you think we should hit a little bit of airbrush? Yeah.
That's much better.
Yeah. All right. What do you guys think?
I'm glad you went back in and hit it with the more color. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
it
I
needed.
think they have that dimension between the white, the blue, the green, the shiny, the iridescent. I hope tomorrow Chad rides a wave that size.
Probably not realistic. Never know.
I can't wait to see the surfing competition. It's gonna be a
Can't wait to
blast.
see Chad as a blonde.
Me neither.
I'm going a bit early tonight. I'm just gonna be so excited. Like, it's like Christmas.
All right, let's move this cake.
All right, on 8.
Say when.
1,
7, 8.
Okay, go down. Guys, go look.
It's a long way to the parking lot to here.
Watch your arm, Frank, on the wave. Frank, you're gonna hit. Frank, you're gonna hit the wave on your back.
I'm not gonna hit the wave.
You're gonna hit.
I'm not gonna hit the wave.
Just walking through the sand without holding a big cake is hard, so we'll see how they do.
Remind me, next time we deliver a cake on the beach, make it lighter.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, guys.
Oh, look at how cute!
All right.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing!
It's gotta keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Look at that, you guys! That looks amazing!
What do you think?
That looks amazing! Oh my gosh, it's perfect! I didn't even expect it to be this big. The wave is awesome. It's exactly what I wanted. And it's the logo on there, like a dream. This is amazing. The dog's surfing on the wave. I love it! That's awesome!
Well, who wants to eat some cake?
All righty.
Cut the cake! Cut the cake! So I was super excited about getting like a tropical filling on the cake. Passion fruit's awesome! I love it.
It's really good. It's really sweet on the inside. I like it a lot.
The acidity is really nice. I really like that.
Mahalo to everybody who came out today. Mahalo to Buddy. Thank you.
This is Bob. We're making him a cake.
We're making him a cake.
Uh-huh.
How's it going? I am in the business of making board games. I have an after-school program with a bunch of kids, and we've been working on releasing our own board game called Spider Island. And I want to make a cake that is playable and edible to celebrate.
What?
Playable and edible.
A board game that is a cake that is a board game.
Game on.
So what's the premise of like this game so I understand a little better? You and 4 other players are castaways on a deserted island, and you're trying to survive thirst and hunger and heat and predators and insanity, and whoever lives the longest wins.
Bob wants us to use his game as inspiration for us to create our own board game. I'm getting a little scared about doing this and making this guy happy.
So having seen that, what if we do the friendly version of it where it's Cupcake Island? And as you go, you collect
You have to deliver the
toppings and
cupcake.
stuff.
The first person up on top is gonna be the winner.
I will say that you're dealing with like the brightest kids. You know, these kids are 7 years old and they play like they're 37.
Guys, I'm gonna walk Bob out. Come on, Bob, follow me.
Good luck, guys.
Bye.
I'm gonna have to rewrite this. He was visibly unhappy with the idea. All right, I think I got it. Maybe we have little Dannies that if you land on a square with a Danny eats your cupcake, you gotta give it away and start over.
Back all the way down you go. So basically, we kept the rules for Cupcake Island simple. What you're trying to do is build a cupcake. You gotta move up the steps. Unless you land on one of those pieces with the little Dannies on it, it'll send you back.
They're not Dannies, they're hungry bakers. I'm gonna eat all your cupcake.
The quicker you get up top, the quicker you finish the cupcake, there's your winner.
All right, let's put these trees and leaves.
My favorite part on it is the way we cut Cupcake Island. I mean, Jessica did an awesome job there. She really made it look like wood. You know, it's the details. So small details on it.
This is Cupcake Island.
So the way you play, you spin, and then whatever color it lands on, you go to that color and you follow what it says. When I get to one of these, I get to choose if I want to put an ingredient on or put a Hungry Baker on the board.
So if I put Hungry Baker on the board and the guy lands on there,
then he has to go all the way back to the start, start all the way over. Or
you need to do the cupcake. You get your buttercream, you get your sprinkles, and you get a cherry. And then you get a cupcake.
Papa.
And you're the winner.
And that's it. This was a lot of work. It was tougher than I thought it would be.
Okay, but basically you accomplished two things. We did a board game.
And a cake.
And a cake. Everything came out good. I think Bob's really gonna love this cake. There's gonna be a bunch of children there playing the game, and hopefully it'll work.
This is you, this is your pirate. You're gonna start on the beach. On your turn, you're gonna pick your person up and you're gonna pick one of these outside actions. So today is super special because the kids, they've been working for a long time on this board game, Spider Island, and they do know that a cake is coming in. I know how hard it is to design games. We do it all the time, so we'll see. Cool, Cupcake Island. Wow, that is awesome. You guys did a great job. Thank you, Mary. It was a really tough challenge, the game that they developed, but also have it feel very cake. So going to Cupcake Island was super smart. It was a really nice marriage of the two, I thought. What do you guys think? You want to play it?
We have a manual you could read.
Oh, very nice. Oh, you guys know the first stage, you got to write down the rules.
So the rules to Cupcake Island, you just spin the little spinner, you move to a color, it'll tell you what to do. If you land on a little baker, you could either block it from another player or you can add an ingredient to your cupcake. To win, you gotta get to the top with your completed ingredients, which is icing, sprinkles, and a cherry. Sounds good?
Yes.
All right, who's going for Mary? You wanna go first?
Oh, I'm playing?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Of course you're playing.
Sometimes grown-ups make the little kids win, but not me, not today. Game on.
Margot, why don't you come on up? Perfect. Blue. All right, you guys made this tough at the beginning.
When Bob asked for a game cake, I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just something like roll a die and then you move like that. So I thought it was really good.
Blue comes forward, 1, 2, and back 2, but you're on the board. The really interesting thing for me was that the cupcake wasn't finished and had to evolve over the course of the game. And you had to make some pit stops and get some ingredients. And the kids are having a ton of fun with it. It is a 4-way tie. Beck, are you up next?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and spin.
Anything but red.
Red, and you go back. Red, and you go back. Oh! He goes back to the start.
Down to the two girls, and now I have to win.
Blue and red. Red is a loser, the rest can win. Let's see what we got. Oh, and she wins. Mary wins. Mary wins.
Good game, guys. I was a little scared, but deep down, I have confidence in myself. I knew I was gonna win. So who wants to eat some cake?
Who wants to eat some cake?
That is awesome. Thank you.
The cake is delicious. And there were all sorts of colors and all sorts of flavors in there, and the kids were just blown away.
The board game on the cake, it should actually become a real board game one day.
I think it was a really good game. It's pretty good for a cake.
Mary, this was amazing.
Thank
you
you
so much. We had a ton of fun.
Enjoy, guys. See
Guys,
you
a round of
later.
applause for Mary.